Hey y'all, welcome back to Salon Talk. Y'all, my topic of today, I talk about things in the salon that on Salon Talk that we have talked about in the salon or something that I had seen on the news that make good salon talk. So the topic today is feeling obligated. Y'all feeling obligated. And then sometimes that obligation that you feeling obligated sometimes sort of make me think of, old school traditions in some ways, not quite all of, because some traditions I think you should keep, some things that enhance your life, but some things that you feel just obligated to do, we need to let that go. Y'all, we need to let it go. One of the talks we was having in the salon is that one of the clients, was referring to a family member, wanted them to wanted her to help them financially because they know she had the money. Y'all, how many times had that happened to you? How many times have it happened to you? Now, I'm going to say it haven't happened, well, with my grown kids, it happens sometimes, but as far as family coming to me, asking me for financial assistance, that don't really happen with me. As far as my siblings, I used to have one that used to ask me, but it probably done been over 10 or 12 years since she asked. I remember one time, and she always did pay back, but she loved to spend. And she always make good money, but she would just spend a lot. And then she'll say, hey, can I hold this to this time? And then one time I told her, I said, it's not fair for you to keep coming to me. You ask me to loan you something and then you pay it back. But then the next month you come back and you borrow it again. So it's like I never get a chance to enjoy that financial blessings that I might have put away because I know she gonna come back and ask. But like I said, it been years. But how many times we done been put in that spot with family, with kids, with parents, just how many times we done been put in that spot. And she was telling me that she had a family member wanted her to loan them some money because they knew she had it and she have a good job, and she do have a good job. And one thing, I thank the Lord though, you know what? I've been a good steward of what he done gave me, but out of all my family members, my siblings, I have made the least amount. So I didn't have to worry too many times about them coming to me. But I think I have done good with what the Lord have blessed me with. But do you feel like a person should help, a family member out? Especially, now, don't get me wrong. I think if you have a friend or a family member that's in your circle, I think I talked about that once before, and they in your circle and they come to you and you want to do it out of just the goodness of your heart, not doing it because you feel obligated to do it, if they situation however it is and you see fit to do it, then that's a blessing. That's a good thing. Do it. But she was saying that this person have a good job too. They just overspend. They just go overspend. They take vacations, they buy new clothes, they buy new purses, they buy new shoes. And then when the end of the month or something come up, they don't have nothing. And they want that person to loan it to them. And I tell her, you different from me. Because, I was told don't loan nothing out that you can't afford to lose. And I can't afford to lose anything, especially right now, because it's tight, y'all. It's tight. I'm trying to see how I can make this a little bit easier because, as I said before, I'm ready to retire. My body is telling me, girl, you need to get it together. And y'all, I'm trying. But you know what? We have to stop feeling, and it's just not a financial obligation. It's just, well, anything that people's just expect you to do because it's been done before. You know, my what happened to me this weekend or the past weekend is that you know, I had my grandkids over, and I had told my daughter, you know, don't say nothing to them about what I was gonna do, because I wasn't for sure if I was gonna do it. It was gonna depend on how I feel. But they let the cat out of the bag, and they had been mentioning it to me, mentioning it to me. Like, oh, Granny, we can't wait to go do what you know, my dad said it's gonna be real fun and all this. I was like, oh, Lord. And y'all, I was tired, and this time I really didn't want to. I mean, I love my grandkids and I love doing things for them, but sometimes you have to slow up. And the last 3 weekends, I've been with my grandkids doing something. Either they've been at my house or I've been at their house. And when we together, Granny don't get no rest. I don't get no rest. It's like my daughter told me one time. I had told her, well, when I come to your house, I don't get no rest. It's like a job. She said, what? She said, it feel like a job when you come to my house. I said, it don't feel like a vacation, because when I come to your house, I'm always doing something. I mean, it's like a job you like going to. Let me put it like that, because some jobs you don't like going to. So I told her, but I'm always doing something with my grandkids, and I love it, and I enjoy doing it. But I told her I'll be tired. When I leave her house, I'll be tired. It ain't like, well, you know, I'm coming over there and I'm getting a rest. I'm coming over there to be granny, to play with the grandkids, to take them outside, to take them to McDonald's, to do something with, for them to come get in the bed and sleep with. I'm one of them kind of grandmothers. I'm very active with my grandkids, especially, you know, as much as I can be with some of the little ailments that I have. But thank the Lord, I could get around and move and do things with them. You know, I'm just so thankful for that. Just thank the Lord for that. But it's like I said, it's just not finances. You know, that some people feel like you're obligated to help them. It's like, you know, people invite you to things, birthday parties, graduations, weddings, and we feel like we obligated to go. Like, okay, oh, they came to my daughter, they came to my son birthday party or graduation, where I should go to theirs. You know, we need to stop doing that. We need to stop doing that. Or, oh, they gave my child a graduation gift, so I have to give they child a graduation gift. But everybody's finances is different. Everybody's situation is different. You don't have to do that. You don't have to feel so obligated to, oh, I have to do this because they did that, or I have to do this, or I have to go there, or when I had this, they came. Now, don't get me wrong. If a person been there for you and always had your back and been there, you know, it's just like I have a customer, or I done had customers over the years that had invited me to different things. And, you know, sometimes when I get off, or if it's on a certain day, I just don't be feeling like going. But then after a period of time, I said, okay, I'm going to go because they're a good client and they come in, and I'm going to support them. You know, I'm going to go. So I think that's okay when you do something like that. But to feel like, oh, I just have to go because they come here, I have to do this. It's just like when, you know, these big stores have things, and you go and you spend your money there, and you pay for this and you pay for that. That's all they want, is for you to come in and do it. They not telling you, hey, you have to do this or you have to do that because you come and you pay for this. But y'all, I just want to talk about that and see how many of y'all feel like, you know, you do a lot of things because, you know, you feel like you obligated to do it. And that being feeling like you obligated to do it, keep you tired, keep you broke, keep you stressed. Just, you know, just keep you just at a state of not being comfortable. Because sometimes when you think about a situation and you feel obligated, I know for me, I could be done told somebody I'm going to do something, and knowing I don't want to do it, and it could be a month away and it be on my mind, and I was like, oh, why did I say it? I don't want to do it. Why did I tell him? Or that there. And I'll be stressed out the whole time. I will be stressed out the whole time. And sometimes it come down to the day or the time when I said I'm gonna do some or long some, that I might just have to say, I'm sorry, I just can't do it. It don't happen too often, but every once in a while. But I be done stressed out all that time before. Y'all, let's stop feeling pressured to be obligated to do things we don't want to do. Let's stop today. Let's stop. And that's just like I said, part of tradition, doing something because mama did it and daddy did it and Aunt Sue did it and Uncle Robert did it and all this. And so we gonna do it. It's just like going to certain things, that big reunions or this here, and we now have a lot of reunions out of town and stuff, and feel like, oh, I have to go, I have to do this or do something. I'm gonna tell you, something happened with me a month ago. We had uh, a function going on at the church, and I had never, as far as I can remember, missing this function, unless the only time I can remember missing it was due to COVID. But outside that, I always showed up. And they uh, wanted us to wear a particular color. And I didn't have that color. I'll put it like this. I had the color. I just couldn't fit it. It had been a long time since I had that color on. And it's not that I couldn't go out and get the color and wear that particular outfit. But when I realized it was like just maybe 2 days, I think 2 or 3 days. And I just didn't have the energy to try to run out and get it. And then after I thought about it, I said, you know what? No, I just won't show. I'm not going to do it because I shouldn't have to wear a certain color. And I still could have participated. They would have said, okay, I still could have participated, but I didn't want to participate in something where I would have felt uncomfortable and awkward. And I just said, you know what, right now I have a goal I'm trying to reach. If it's not necessary to spend to go and buy this, that I probably would just wear that one time, I'm not going to spend that money to do it, because I just got to thinking, what about the ones that really don't have the money to go get this particular color to wear, but they doing it, they taking away from another bill in order to get this so they can participate. And I was like, everybody finances is not the same. Everybody can't do the same thing. Or everybody don't even have a vehicle to go to the mall or go to the store to get this particular color you want us to wear. But I thought about that when we was talking about being obligated to doing something. But we need to stop it. We just need to stop. We need to stop and look and say, hey, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Because life is too short. Life is too short. And that's what I always come back to. The whole point of my channel is finding me, doing it my way, taking this journey at 61. Because I feel like I haven't really found me. I really haven't really found me. I'm 61, have never lived by myself, moved straight out of my mother house and with my kid's dad, and we eventually got married. And I had my kids, as y'all know, they 15 years apart. One is 40 and the other is 25. So I really didn't have a chance. I had my first child at 21 and my last child at 36. Yeah, 36. So, I really didn't have a chance to find me. And I was so used to just doing things the way I seen my parents doing it, and it's been taking me a while to really find me. And I'm at the point now, this last year, hopefully this will be my last year before retirement, and I'll be done found me my way. So y'all, let's not feel like we have to do something. Let's not let people put, and you know what I was going to say, don't let people put pressure on you. But it's not so much, well, I'll put it like this, all the time, it's not people putting pressure on us. It's we put pressure on ourselves to do it because that's just the way we will. Well, that's the way I grew up. Just used to, hey, is this what we did on Sundays? This is what we did. This is what we did on Wednesday. This is how we do it. So my daughter's real good. I must have taught her something because she'll break a tradition in a heartbeat. She'll tell me, Mama, that's old school. Nobody don't do that no more. And sometimes I look at her and I said, that's so true. I might not see it at the time, and I might have to look back. I look back later and say, it's true. Live life to the fullest, because my daughter told me, she said, Mom, if something happened to you, she said, I can't say you living life to the fullest. She can say, I love my kids, I love my family, and Lord, no, I love my grandkids, but I don't think you living life to the fullest. And I told her that's right, and that's what I'm working on, and that's what I'm trying. I'm trying to get my health together, trying to get my finance together, so I can live life to the fullest. I'm getting ready to try to enjoy life even more. And I might have to tell my grandkids know a little bit more, my daughter know a little bit more, my son know a little bit more, so I can say yes, yes, yes to me. Whew, y'all. But that's basically what I want to talk about. And just y'all tell me, leave in the comments if y'all feel like y'all done went through this, or have a person made you feel like you should help them, or you should be obligated because you they sister, or you they auntie, or you they mama, and oh, this how our grandmother used to do, this is the tradition. She helped Aunt Susie, and uh Uncle Bob helped Jimmy, and so this, you should feel obligated. This is just part of tradition that we did. Hey, some traditions we need to let go, but it's so many we need to keep. It is so many we need to keep. And I tell my daughter all the time, you don't have to do things the way I did it. I didn't do things the way my mother did. I took from her what worked, and I seasoned it to fit my life and my family. So I tell her, the things that you don't like that I did, then don't use it. The things that you like, use it. You season it to fit you and your family life. But y'all, give me the thumbs up because I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm still nervous. I'm still repeating. I'm still splitting verbs. I'm not crossing I's. And see, I'm not dotting I's and crossing T's. Oh, yeah, but y'all bear with me because I'm going to say a year from now, I'm going to have it going on. I'm going to have it going on. And I will be able to look back and say, girl, you were so nervous when you did these salon talks, and now you can do them. You got it down. Hey, I look forward to seeing that, to look back and see how far I done came. But y'all, again, as I always say, be blessed. Choose to be happy. And y'all, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notifications, and I will see y'all next week on Salon Talk.